Welcome, Chariana.
It's the fact that I use a Keurig or that I drink it out of a thermos instead of a pretty little tacita with roses painted on it. I need to use a different creamer because my coffee doesn't taste like Abuela's or Minerva's or like the Sunday morning salon workers' coffee. My coffee's not hick enough. I need to dust off my greca and reach into the pit of never-ending ground coffee in my freezer. My coffee doesn't taste good because I don't speak Spanish well enough. I say la agua instead of el agua and la alma instead of el alma. If I'm talking to someone who knows English, I won't speak Spanish at all. My coffee tastes bad because in meetings where I have to speak perfect Spanish, my tongue folds itself 1,000 times over and my words dance to the rhythm of a stutter. I don't know the difference between por qué y por qué.
Opera, right? In this space. Who will the cemetery be for, if not for people or pets or toxic materials? The owner laughs, a bright, sharp sound which ignites the small one's laughter. Perdón, she apologizes. I don't mean to be secretive, just that people never understand when I tell them it's going to be a cemetery for stories. The foreman shakes his head the way he does at the beach to get water out of his ears. Cuentos, he repeats. The women laugh again. Yes, he has heard correctly. Interesting, the man says, so as not to appear ignorant. Next time someone asks, he says the cemetery is for los locos, the crazed, the deranged. But wait, aren't locals people too? I'm just the foreman, he shrugs. A sign goes up on the wall at the main gate. Cementerio de Cuentos Nunca Contados. A cemetery for untold stories.
I've been talking to a lot of people who are coming out with books, and publishers are saying, oh, book events, no one shows up to book events. And I was like, not in my community. Thank you, everyone, for showing that we show up for books.
How you practice being a good literary citizen. And I'm thinking
wow,
here of
question.
meeting you in 2019 and doing this event, and like you being, like you just mentioned, this icon, right? This writer who I studied. And then you were so generous, and I send you pictures of my son, and you invite me to DR, and we message each other, and I message your agent, you're like, you can message me. Your agent is lovely, Stuart, you're great. But like, that you were just open, right? I'm thinking of Angie. Angie and I met, and one of the first things she said is, there's this writer, Naima Costa, she lives in DC, you two have to be friends. And Naima has become like such a close friend of mine and such a supporter of my work, and it was this connector that you are. Wow. I think this industry can sometimes make it feel like there's only room for
The one.
And yet, meeting you two and watching how you move through the world, I think really opened up for me how I have to be a very intentional, thoughtful literary citizen, because too many individuals made way, right, and opens up space for me.
We came to storytelling because stories are how we become the other, how we get out of ourselves. And so why just keep it to ourselves? How do you create that? And here, by the way, is our Youth Poet Laureate of the United States. So I'm sure she's thinking about this all the time. How do you create that culture? And you're with a lot of the young people who are where you plant those seeds. You know, how do you create that kind of culture? And I think events like tonight, where so many things came together. I mean, the idea that someone lugged this on a little trolley down the street to get this casita here, and that this space got here, and Veronica marshaled all these people, and we signed, 1,000 books out there. I mean, and it was all of us, right? We couldn't do it alone. So I think we've walked the talk in this event tonight, and you all are walking it with us. But yeah, we have to fight for this. You know, maybe that's the thing. We have to fight for creating this kind of literary citizenry.